we're cold on this day because it's the first day of fall. Not us.
Not us. No. Typical Texas. How's it looking for us today, Josh?
Yeah, it's not looking any better as far as any sort of cool weather here coming in today. I do have changes coming up a little bit later in the 10-day forecast. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's get you out the door. It is going to be a nice morning at least. Upper 60s, lower 70s here as you're walking out the door. 67 in Waco, 68 in Lampasas. Temple, you're at 71. 71 also in Centerville, 70 in Fairfield. You're looking at the Clark Roofing Cam in Killeen this morning. We're going to be heading towards the triple digits this afternoon, though. 100 to 101 along I-35. Outlying areas likely going to be hanging around 99. Keep in mind, our normal this time of year is 89, and we may be touching a record, the record 100 back in 2005. Tonight, getting down into the 70s and upper 60s once again. So at least we continue with nice mornings here going through the rest of the work week. The heat's going to be hanging around as well. Radar is quiet here locally, not only locally, but across the Lone Star State. High pressure firmly in control across the center of the country here. That's why everything's going around it, and that's why we will continue to remain dry here as we go through the rest of the week. Future Track shows you that dry air hanging around. We'll have light southeasterly winds, keeping enough humidity around to make it just a little bit less tolerable. Then we get into early next week. That's when a cold front's going to come through. Look what it does. Dries us out, pushes all the moisture to the south. That's going to make a big difference in the mornings. It's still going to be kind of toasty in the afternoon, but at least a big difference in the mornings. Have to keep a close eye on the tropics. We're monitoring this system in the Caribbean Sea. It has a high chance of formation in the next 5 days. This will likely become Hermine and could be heading towards the Gulf of Mexico by the time we head into next week. We have a lot of time to watch it, but it's still something we'll have to keep an eye on. It's still in the peak of hurricane season in the Gulf of Mexico, so we'll monitor it for you. Beyond this, here comes the cooler weather, upper 80s, lower 90s next week.
Hey, that's what